In today's video, I'm going to give you some practical tips on what you as a wrongfully terminated employee can do to maximize your economic damages award. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Brandon Ortiz. I am an employment lawyer in Santa Monica, California, and the owner of Ortiz Law Office. Before we begin, let me remind you that this video is not legal advice. If you need the advice of a lawyer, you should contact one. If you're here in California, you can contact me at 888-37-ORTIZ, O-R-T-I-Z. That's 376-7849. So in a wrongful termination case, the wrongfully terminated employee is able to recover the wages and benefits that they would have received had they continued working for the employer. So when we calculate economic damages, we're kind of looking at two alternate universes, right? We're looking at a universe where the employee does not get fired, okay, and what they would have made. And then we're looking at what actually happened, and we're comparing the difference between the two. We have, the employee, the burden of proving what we would have made had we continued working for the employer. The employer has the burden of proving what the employee could make if they found a substantially similar job with reasonable effort and diligence. Now, this is what you as the employee can do to make your lawyer's life easier and to make it easier for him or her to maximize your economic damages award. And that's to have a well-documented job search. You need to make a diligent, good faith effort to find substantially similar work. Now, what does substantially similar work mean? That means work that's in the same locale, basically the same job market, similar job duties, similar opportunities for advancement. So let's say that you're a physician, right? You would only need to look for other physician jobs. You would not be required to go, clean floors at a hotel or go work at 7-Eleven. Not that there's anything wrong with those jobs. Those are also great jobs. But if you're a doctor, you can look for work as a doctor. If you're a lawyer or an engineer or an accountant, you can look for work in those job sectors. But the best thing you can do is to apply it to as many jobs as you can and to document it. So if you are emailing recruiters, you want to save those emails. If you're looking at job listings every day, take a screenshot of them, okay? And in the electronic title, you can put the date so that you know what date that job listing was. And then when you go to trial, you can show the jury, this is what I looked at on such and such date, and there's nothing in here that's in my job market, there's nothing in here that I'm qualified for or that's substantially similar to the job that I had. If you're receiving emails of job listings, you want to save those. You want to save your resume and any job applications that you sent and any sort of proof that it was received. So very frequently, if you if you apply to a job on like a third-party website, it'll give you an auto-generated email showing that the application was submitted. You want to save that too. And all emails to and from the prospective employers that you applied to, you want to save those. So if there's rejection emails where the employer is turning you down for the job, you definitely want to save that because you want to be able to tell the jury that I worked as hard as I could and I did everything that I could to try to find a job. Another thing that you can do and you should do is save text messages and emails to and from friends and family where you're asking them, hey, do you know anything that's out there that I would be qualified for or that would be a good match for my background? It's good to be able to show a jury that you were going above and beyond what is required. Now, the law only requires you to make a reasonable effort, right? And what I'm describing to you is sort of going above and beyond that reasonable effort. But that is going to help you convince a jury to award you all of your economic losses. That jury is comprised of human beings, and the reality of the matter is nobody wants to give a bunch of money to a deadbeat who's sitting at home eating bonbons, collecting an unemployment check. They're human, and so if you're able to show them that you did everything it took to try to find a new job and you still were not successful, or you're only able to find a job that paid half as much or 3/4 as much or whatever, the jury is much more likely to be sympathetic to you and is much more likely to give you a fair and just economic damages award. Thank you for watching. I hope the video was helpful. Please subscribe and like the video. And if you need legal help here in California, you can call my office at 888-376-7849, 888-37-ORTIZ, ORTIZ. Thank you.